Alright, we are here with module 11 of AFM Forex, that is money market hedging. Okay, so here there are two different POVs. One is from the exporter's POV, one is importer's POV. We're going to first see the exporter's POV here. We are going to have the same base example. One would be selling goods to Donald Trump, one would be buying goods from Donald Trump. Yeah. Alright, so the question here is, we sold goods to Donald Trump worth $100,000 receivable in 3 months. Spot rate is $1 is 82 rupees, bid rate 80 rupees bid rate, 82 rupees ask rate. Money market rates are these. Show how you can use money market hedging to understand today how much rupees you will receive after 3 months. Okay, so till now we have been using future for forward contracts, basically to hedge our forward receivables or payables. Now we're going to be using money market instruments. So money market instruments are basically loans and receivables, basically deposits. So what we are going to do is, now we know that we have to get $100,000 after 3 months. So what we can do is, we can take a loan today which will have the market value of $100,000 on the due date. And then once we receive $100,000 from Donald Trump, we can pay it back, pay the bank the $100,000. Basically, there will be three people. There will be Donald Trump. This is just an explanation. This is not the sum. There will be Donald Trump. There will be me. Then there will be a bank. Okay, basically Donald Trump has to give me $100,000 in 3 months, right? Now what I'm going to do, that is normal. Now money market hedging is, bank will give me X amount as a 3-month loan. This X amount plus interest, whatever interest the bank will charge for 3 months, will be equal to $100,000 after 3 months. So what will happen then is, I'll be receiving $100,000 after 3 months. I have to pay the bank $100,000 after 3 months. I'll ask Donald Trump to directly pay the bank, and therefore I won't be receiving any dollars on the due date. Now this X amount which I got as a loan, this X amount is basically total amount I'm going to receive from this entire transaction. So this X amount, dollars X, into today's spot rate will give me total receivable today in rupees. But now this receivable will be in rupees in today's terms, but I should have received the sum after 3 months. So now what we will do next is, we will take this total amount, okay, go to an Indian bank and deposit it. Deposit for 3 months. Okay, then I will have the market value is equal to this amount, which is Y plus interest. That would be the final answer. This Y plus interest would be the final answer. It is that simple. So now with this we can figure out, after 3 months I'll be receiving this Y plus interest in rupees. So basically hedging is complete. So let's go over it once more. Donald Trump has to give me $100,000 in 3 months. I will borrow X amount from an US bank who will give me dollars as a loan for 3 months for an X amount. Okay, that X amount will be such that after 3 months, so the principal plus interest, the market value would be $100,000. So on the due date, we will ask Donald Trump to directly pay the US bank $100,000. Hence, our work in dollars is done. Now, this X amount that we will receive as a loan from the US bank today, we will take that, convert it into rupees, and deposit it in an Indian bank for 3 months. After that, after 3 months, whatever principal plus interest we receive is the total amount of compensation we are going to get from this entire transaction. So we will know today how much rupees we will receive after 3 months. That is basically hedging using money market instruments. Now I'm going to solve this sum. There will be 5 steps. Should be very, very simple. Alright, the first step would be step 1. Identify. We need to identify if we are going to receive money or if you're going to pay money. We need it to be clear. So here it's very clear, very evident that we're going to receive $100,000 receivable. So basically what we are going to do is, that will be step 2. To hedge, we need to hedge, create a $100,000 payable. Wait, this receivable is in 3 months. That is also important. Payable in 3 months, right? Yes. So then what we need to do is step 3, which is to borrow $100,000 we need to borrow present value of $100,000 today. Okay, so how do we calculate the present value? Present value will be using the borrowing rate, right? So basically it will be 100,000, which is the principal, divided by 1 plus R into months by 12. This is basically the present value formula of foundation and intern, even maths. It's basic. $100,000 divided by 1 plus 0.06 into 3 by 12. This should give me a $98,522.17. Alright, so the next step after that would be step 4, should be convert $98,522.17 into rupees using the spot rate. The spot rate is 80 and 82. I have to use a bid rate, so into 80. That will give me 78,81,774 rupees. 78,81,774 point. No point. All right, these are the 4 steps till now. And then what we need to do is we need to deposit this in India. Step 5 is deposit rupees 7881,774 in India. So the market value will be 7881,774 into 1 plus 0.12 into 3 by 12. That should give me 7881,774 into 0.03. That should be 81 something. 81 lakh 18,277 rupees. Now we know that we'll be receiving 81 lakh 18,277 on the due date. So basically next would be on due date. First one would be to receive $100,000 from Donald Trump, pay bank $100,000 which was received from Donald Trump, and then realize rupees 81 lakh 18,277 from the bank deposit. Yes, that is as simple as that. And to be honest, from the importer's POV, it's not really that different. The deposit and borrow will change. I can cover that in just 2 minutes. I'm not going to get into the complete maths of it because it's a waste of time. So just put importers. So it won't be sold goods, it'll be purchased goods, payable. Yeah. So I'll just go ahead with this. Step 1 is identify. That would be $100,000 payable in 3 months. Step 2 would be to hedge, create $100,000 receivable in 3 months. Step 3 would be deposit present value of $100,000 receivable in 3 months. So basically it will be the same formula, just that the rates will change and it will be minus. So wait, no, it won't be minus, sorry, my bad. 1 plus 0.03 into m by 12, which is 3 by 12. Yeah, so this will give you x dollars. Alright, step 4, convert x dollars to INR using spot rate. So it will be equal to rupees y. Then step 5 is borrow rupees y from an Indian bank. Yes, and then you have to take the the market value of the y rupees lending. Borrowing. That's it. That was money market hedging. I hope you understand. God help you if you don't.